Welcome to Coding in CED 115 classes. We've been asked by the president of the college, Sherry Utash, to make sure that we include just a little bit of coding in our CED 115 computer application classes. What exactly is coding? Well, first let's look at what computer science is. Now, computer science is basically a tool to help you tell a story. How do you make something happen? There are a lot of jobs out there that utilize the discipline of computer science. I want you to think about what your human body has to do to walk across the room. If you were going to tell your body what to do, how would you do it? You can't just say, move your foot forward, set it down, then move the other foot forward. Your brain actually goes through a sequence, and it says something along the lines of, tighten up this muscle, make this nerve ending move, then move it forward so many inches, set it down on the floor. It's very detailed how your brain works. We don't think about it, most of us, when we're walking across the room. But how is our brain telling our body what to do? That's what computer science is. Computer science is you're telling the computer what you want it to do. So in a way, you're telling a story. And then once you tell the story, you need to look at it again, and you might need to debug it. It might not be completely right. So after you have it done, you look at it, then you go back through and you make changes to correct it. So it's telling the story that you want it to tell, or it's solving the problem that you want it to solve. Now, Google created a program called CS First to teach introductory computer science concepts and basic coding skills to grade school students. What is awesome about this program is it speaks to all ages, anywhere from 6 years old to 99 years old and higher. A lot of you might have kids in school that have used CS First or have used Scratch. Ask them if they're in school. They'll probably want to help you with this part of your class, and they'll have fun doing it. So, Scratch. What is actually Scratch? Scratch is a program that MIT developed to teach basic coding skills, and it's free. CS First actually uses Scratch to teach users how to snap together blocks of commands that the computer needs to carry out. It makes the computer language in an easy to understand language for us by making blocks. Most of the activities in Scratch can be completed in 1 or 2 hours. I've found that sometimes when I'm in there, I don't realize how much time has passed because I'm having fun with it. And hopefully you might find that too. There's videos, there's step-by-step instructions. You can either do your own thing, or you can follow along the step-by-step and do exactly what the videos are telling you to do, as long as you create the project. So you're going to be going into the Google CS First website. From there, it'll take you in to Scratch. So think of the CS First website as your textbook for coding, and Scratch is your workbook. It's where you're going to actually complete your coding projects. You're going to be submitting your projects. Actually, you'll just be remixing them in Scratch and then letting your instructor know what your username is, because your instructor is actually going to log into Scratch. They're going to use that username to find out what you did, what your project was, and then grade them. So the coding assignments themselves, there's 2. There's animate a name, and then there's create your own Google logo. In animate a name, you're just going to take your own name. And I suggest if your name, make your name something more than 3 or 4 letters if you can. But you're going to animate that name. You can make it your own first name. You can make it your kids' names, whatever you want. It probably is easier for your instructor if you use your own first name. That way, if you forget to send them your user code, they might be able to figure out who that project belonged to. The other project in coding is creating your own Google logo. So you're going to take the Google and make your own logo and make it work. I don't know if you know, but when you go into Google, if you click on that Google logo, it does something. And they actually have a team of people. That's what their job is to create a Google logo. How fun would that be? So how do we actually get in to complete your assignments? So in Blackboard, we're going to go into the assignment information and going to go ahead and get out of this PowerPoint here and going to go into your class here in Blackboard. So here's your assignment information in coding, some of the steps I've already gone over. I'm going to click on the first one, animate a name. Then you're going to download the assignment instructions. I'm going to come up down here on the right hand side. As you read through this, you're going to have information, and then down here under activities, it's going to say open up an internet browser, and then click on sign in, and then enter a class code. And right here, you are going to have a unique class code for your class that you're taking right now. Now I'm going to go out and I'm going to get another class code, and I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like. Okay, so here in my assignment, I'm going to go to this and click on this link. I'm going to hit the control button and then click to follow this link. And it's safe to go there. And it's going to take me to the CS First website. And I need to log out here because I'm already in. Okay, so this is what you're going to see when you go in here. Let's get coding. I'm going to sign in, and I need to let it know that I'm a student. So here's where you're going to enter that class code. Now this is not your class code, so make sure you get the right code from your instructions. But this is one of my previous classes. So I'm going to click on next. And I'm going to, it should have your name, your teacher's name here on it. I'm going to say yes, join. Do I need a new password? Yes, I do. So here is my username and my password. Make sure you write it down. You can write it down on a piece of paper, or if you want to, you can use your phones and just take a picture of the screen so you have it. That's what I'm going to do here. And you need to make sure that you send that information to your instructor, but you're also going to need it if you have to come back in and work on your assignments if you don't get them done. So you'll want to make sure you say this information. So say, yes, I wrote my username and password down, and I'm going to sign in. And so here's my class right here. I've got 2 activities. Now, it says there's 0 of 2 activities completed and 0 of 3 activities completed. This is including making some additional changes to your assignments and also doing some, I think it's completing a survey type thing. You don't need to do that. As long as you have your animated name completed and it's working, and as long as your Google logo is completed and it's working, you only need to do the one thing in each one. So let's go ahead and see what I'm talking about. Animated name. So here we go. I'm going to start. And right here, if Spanish is your first language or you understand that better, you can do this in Spanish as well. Right here, I've got a video. Underneath it is a transcript. So I can watch this video, get your headphones out if you're in your classroom, or if you're in your home someplace where you don't want to bother other people, make sure you use headphones. But you're going to watch this video, and it's going to talk about animated name and what you're going to be doing. Right over here, you have your starter project. You need to make sure you click on your starter project. And it's going to bring that up in scratch. So right here, see where it says sign in? If you don't see your number, your CS password up here, username, you want to make sure that you sign in. So you're going to click on sign in, put in that username that you just created, and it might have you signed in already, so you might not have to go through this. Didn't like me doing that. My cats are trying to help me out today, let me tell you. I'm going to enter my password down here. And sign in. So now see, I've got my CS number up here. The next thing you want to make sure is you're going to come over here to the middle and see where it says remix. If you don't see remix, you probably don't have your number over here. So make sure this is your number. You're going to hit remix, and that's how your instructor is going to be able to see what you do. As you work on it, just click on share every once in a while. Now up here on my tabs, I'm going to click on back on the animated name, and here's my assignment. I've watched that video, and I'm ready to do some add-ons. And here is where you need to work. I would say have at least 5 letters in your name, or characters, if you will. Make them do something. Make each one do something different. So you might have it change color. You might have it grow and shrink. You might have it wave or make a new backdrop. Each one of these areas has a video that you can follow to make your name do something. And once you have it all done, you're going to hit next. And then here's a survey. Again, it's just a little thing. And then you're going to submit. Okay. And then wrap up and share your project, which I've already had you do. Sign in and you share it. So once you've made your project, you're going to share it. And you're going to have it all done. Click on next. And now it went to the Spanish. But right up here, I'm going to go back to English. I took a year of Spanish, but I don't know what it is. I'm going to go back to curriculum. My classes. And now I'm ready to work on my create your own Google logo. Now you don't have to do these back to back or anything. You have a whole week to do these assignments. Just make sure you get them turned in on time. Back here in Blackboard, there's a place here where you can make your submission. What you can do is just write submission. Just let your instructor know, hey, I've completed the project. Here's my username, and send them the username, and then hit submit. Or just send them an email and let them know, here's my username. I've completed these projects. Each one is worth 50 points. Try to have fun as you're working with it, and enjoy. If you have questions, let your instructor know.